Friday heat check. You already know what time it is. We're diving headfirst into today's MLB matchups with the Split Lab Strikeout Predictor. If you're tired of guessing on pitcher props and you want the data-driven edge, this is where it starts. What's up, legends? It's Friday Vibes. The Strikeout Predictor is locked in, and we've got plays you need to see before you touch a single bet today. You want edges? You want confidence grades? You're in the right place. Let's cash some K-props and start the weekend off hot. This is Split Labs, your new favorite data plug for props. No fluff, no guesswork, just sharp info, updated daily. Hit that like, drop a sub, and if you're ready to ride with us, use code YouTube at splitlabs.net, and your first month is 50% off. Lock it in. All right, it's Friday. The vibes are immaculate. And I don't know about you, but a little six-leg strikeout ladder sounds like the move tonight, if we can spot one. Let's crack open game one and see what the model's telling us. Starting in Baltimore, Marlins versus Orioles. We've got Edward Cabrera on the bump for Miami. Line set at 5.5 strikeouts, even juice both ways. Our model? Toss-up. Matchup grade C. Not loving it, not fading it, just saying proceed with caution. Now the Orioles have been a mixed bag. Offensively, 23rd in hits, 22nd in runs, 23rd in batting average. That's good for strikeouts. But they're also 11th in home runs and around average in slugging. This ain't a freebie. Cabrera's averaging 5.3 Ks per start, so that line is tight. Don't force it. Flip side. Now let's talk Dean Kremer. He's set at 4.5 Ks, slightly juiced to the under at minus 120. And yeah, the model's leaning under. That's a matchup grade D. The Marlins might not be a powerhouse team, but here's what people forget. 9th in batting average, 9th in fewest strikeouts, 12th in hits. Translation, they're not the strikeout target they used to be. Kremer's averaging 4.3 Ks per game, so that line's already sharp. But against this Miami squad, we're siding with the data. Lean under. Quick recap. Cabrera, toss-up, be smart, avoid it unless you can make your own case for it. Kremer, lean under, worth a look if you're building out an under parlay. It's only a lean to manage your unit size accordingly.
Real quick, if you're into breakdowns like this, you'll love what we've got going on at splitlabs.net. We track public betting splits across every sport. NBA, MLB, NFL, you name it. Plus matchup insights, team rankings, and even prop predictors to help you spot edges before the lines move. This isn't just picks. It's the same data the books are using to set prices, and we make it easy to read and actually use. You can try it free for 7 days, and if you like it, use code YouTube for 50% off your first month. No BS, no sportsbook affiliation, just clean, transparent data for smarter betting. All right, back to the breakdown.
All right, game two on the board. Colorado Rockies versus Cincinnati Reds. Let's talk about this one. And yeah, it's got fade written all over it. We'll start with Marquez for Colorado. His line is sitting at 4.5 strikeouts, and Split Labs has this one graded a D. That's a clear under. Why? Well, the Rockies are a mess right now. They rank 30th in strikeouts forced, 30th in walk to K ratio, 28th in batting average, 27th in runs, and their OBP is dead last. That's not a pitcher you want to back, unless the matchup is elite. And Cincinnati, not elite, but they're not a strikeout-heavy team either. They're middle of the pack in Ks, top 11 in runs, and they do just enough damage to put pressure on arms. Marquez has only averaged 3.5 Ks per start, and unless something changes in his pitch count or approach, he's unlikely to get the volume to clear this. Verdict: this is a straight under spot for us. It's not sharp, it's not sneaky, just fade and move on. On the other side, Chase Burns. This one's a little trickier. His line is up at 6.5 strikeouts, and it's juiced to the under at -135. The model gives this one a matchup grade B, but it's still going with the under. Burns is only going about 3.3 innings per start. That's the killer stat. He averages 5 Ks when he's in, which is solid, but unless he suddenly goes deeper into the game, 7 punch-outs is asking a lot. Now, yes, he's facing the Rockies, and this lineup is bad. They rank 30th in strikeouts, 30th in OBP, 30th in walk-to-K ratio, and just can't string hits together. But even with that, if Burns is capped around 60 pitches, it's still an underplay. So here's Game 2 recap. German Marquez, under 4.5 Ks. Chase Burns, under 6.5 Ks. We're not chasing ceiling here. Let the numbers work and stick with the system. And remember, these aren't gut calls. These are data-backed matchup grades straight from the Split Labs engine. Want the full board? All the props, all the sharp plays, no guesswork? Head to splitlabs.net, links in the description, and use code YouTube.
Let's close it out with our final matchup of the slate, Nationals versus Brewers. Starting with Mitchell Parker, who's got a modest line at 3.5 strikeouts, slightly juiced to the over. The model gives this one a matchup grade D, and yeah, we're looking at a true toss-up here. Here's why it's tricky. Milwaukee is sneaky balanced. They're top 15 in OBP, runs, and strikeout avoidance. They're not a team that just whiffs for fun, but they also don't crush lefties like you might expect. Parker averages about 3.7 Ks per start, so this line is dead on. On paper, you might lean over, but we're not convinced. Milwaukee is 13th in Ks, 12th in OBP, and top 10 in BBK ratio. So if Parker's not efficient early, he's not getting the volume. Verdict: it's a toss-up. Just like Cabrera earlier, if you play it, be cautious or look for a live entry. Now flip it to the Brewers side. Quinn Priester lined at 4.5 Ks and graded another matchup D. This one's a clearer under. Washington doesn't look dangerous, but they rank 4th best in strikeout avoidance, top 10 in BBK ratio, middle of the pack in everything else. Nothing elite, but solid enough to make Priester earn every out. Priester averages just 4.6 Ks, so again, no real edge. And the matchup makes it worse. If he's not getting chase early, he's not cashing this number. So the system says under on Priester, especially in parlays or fade spots. Final calls for Nationals versus Brewers. Mitchell Parker toss-up, 3.5 Ks. Quinn Priester under 4.5 Ks. Not the most exciting game of the day, but not every edge has to be flashy. We just trust the system. All right, that wraps up today's board. And let's be real. It's Friday. You earned it. Whether you're tailing props or just vibing this weekend, make sure to unplug, recharge, and maybe sweat a few bets responsibly while you're at it. We've got more breakdowns, more data, and more weight coming all weekend. If you're new here, welcome to the squad. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell. We drop breakdowns like this every week with real data behind every pick.